High-value target apprehension. In the high-stakes world of counter-terrorism and covert warfare, few missions carry the weight or the danger of high-value target apprehension. These aren't ordinary arrests. They're precision missions to capture individuals whose names appear on the most classified lists in the world. Terrorist masterminds, insurgent leaders, rogue agents, and criminal overlords. And in the post-9/11 battlefield, when the U.S. needed speed, flexibility, and plausible deniability, Blackwater became one of the most trusted tools for these silent strikes. Unlike drone strikes or open military raids, high-value apprehensions often required boots on the ground, quiet boots, without insignia, and operating in the dead of night. Blackwater teams, composed of former Tier 1 operators and intelligence-trained contractors, were deployed to locate, isolate, and extract targets before anyone even knew they were there. These missions were executed not with loud explosions, but with radio silence, hand signals, and surgical precision. In Iraq, Blackwater operatives reportedly participated in raids targeting mid- to high-level insurgent leaders responsible for coordinating attacks on U.S. forces and government officials. Working in tandem with JSOC and intelligence units, they were sometimes embedded with capture teams or operated as standalone units under the direction of classified task forces. Their vehicles were unmarked, their weapons customized, and their orders always came from the shadows. In Afghanistan, the targets were often Taliban commanders or foreign fighters who moved between Pakistan and the mountainous provinces under the radar of official military patrols. Blackwater's role involved not just kinetic force, but intelligence groundwork, using informant networks, surveillance data, and pattern analysis to predict where a target would be and when. Once located, the extraction was swift. A safe house breached, a convoy intercepted, a compound neutralized. The target taken alive, if possible. But the operations weren't limited to declared war zones. There were rumors of apprehensions in Eastern Europe, North Africa, and even Southeast Asia, where Blackwater personnel allegedly snatched suspects linked to global terror networks and coordinated with third-party governments to move them quietly into U.S. custody or black site facilities. These missions, if true, operated far outside the boundaries of traditional warfare and often without diplomatic oversight. Critics warned that such operations by a private entity raised serious questions. What legal authority did Blackwater possess to capture foreign nationals? Who ensured the treatment of detainees met international standards? And what recourse existed if things went wrong, or if the wrong person was taken? But from the perspective of results, the missions spoke volumes. Attacks were foiled, cells were dismantled. Interrogations produced intelligence that prevented future bloodshed, and all of it occurred without headlines, without accountability to the public, and often without acknowledgement from any official government channel. Blackwater's involvement in high-value target apprehension demonstrated its evolution from a mere security contractor to a shadow operator capable of executing missions once reserved for the most elite government forces. Their operatives were not just guards. They were hunters, trained to disappear, strike fast, and leave no trail. These were not operations for glory or medals. There were no press conferences, no photographs of success, just a quiet tap on the shoulder in a foreign city, a van pulling away into the night, and one more name scratched off a list that didn't officially exist. And behind it all, a private army operating under the belief that in war, speed and secrecy are the sharpest weapons of all.